Okay, yesterday in class we were talking about making interesting papers for collage purposes, and I've tried a few things this morning, and I remember years ago we did this in crafts class, and I tried one and it worked out really well, so I'm going to try to make one that looks good. It's the easiest, fastest, and simplest thing I've tried this morning, and I liked it the best. It may work for you, it may not. What I've got here is, first of all, I put down a big sheet of paper to protect my work surface because there's going to get paint everywhere. And I got paint all over my hands. Anyway, what you see are some little blobs of paint all over this piece of paper. And these are, these are Blick matte acrylics. They're slightly thinner. They're kind of like fluid acrylics, but they come in a little tiny bottle. If you go to Michael's, or Blick has the cheaper ones, but Michael's sometimes has a sale, and these might be called some kind of craft paint. And if you go to Michael's, like I say, on sale, sometimes you can hit a sale where these are like even as low as 50 cents a bottle. And they're great for this because if you use like more professional paints, you might have to do some mixing of colors before you start. So anyway, you can see I just blobbed some drops here. I used this blue, medium blue, some deep violet, some deep red, and I'm going to finish up with some gold metallic. And sometimes if you just shake the bottle like this, it'll come out. Sometimes you have to squeeze. I think this is nice because it doesn't, you don't get drops as large. Sometimes I get drops that are too large. But I do want to make sure I get some paint over on this end. I'm just going to squeeze, because every time I squeeze them, they come out in great big drops. So I'm just going to try to be a little more controlled. And you'll see why I'm concentrating on this end in a few minutes. In less than a minute, probably. Okay, now I also have an extra sheet of paper, and I have these little pieces of cardboard. This is illustration board. It's pretty stiff. It's like the back of a sketchbook. Like cereal boxes might be thick enough. Corrugated cardboard, like those big brown boxes that you get stuff from Amazon in, those might work too, but you just need a little, cut a whole bunch of these, you might need them. And then watch what happens. I'm just going to hold the paper down right here, and I'm just going to use the cardboard, and I'm just going to kind of do this. I'm holding it pretty level. Now, once I finish that, there's a whole bunch of paint left on this card, so that's what the extra paper's for. And I'm just going to hold it very horizontal so all the paint comes off. It's so dark in here. Yeah, so. All right, same thing again. And it's like you get a lot of bang for your buck. I'm going to have two interesting pieces of paper from one thing, from one, like, try. All right, and now there's a little ridge of paint extra in there, so I'm just going to, I'm not going to press as hard. I'm just going to try to smooth that out. I might even switch to a clean card or just the other side for this one because I like the way this one looks. I don't want to mess it up. And you don't want those ridges in there. And there you go. I think they're pretty interesting. Depends on what colors you choose as to how it's going to look. But you can see like everywhere there was a blob, it starts as like this rounded bit. You could also experiment with like, you know, making wavy marks instead of straight. You could spin this a little bit. Just this sort of thing takes a lot of experimentation and a lot of paint and a lot of paper. But, you know, just make a bunch, try different things. But basically this is blobbing paint on a piece of paper and then scraping it off.